Live from WFSB, Connecticut's first choice for news. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 5.
Good evening, Al Terzi with Denise. Our big story tonight, potential loss of federal funds for local police and fire departments is a big part of the budget battle in Washington.
The lack of money for equipment and manpower has many in New London concerned about safety. Channel 3 New London Bureau Chief Kevin Hogan is live with the mobile newsroom in New London now with more on the story. Kevin?
Well, Denise, late last week, a budget bill just barely got through the House, and the fight is far from over because lawmakers are now looking at the challenge of the 2012 budget, and that has a lot of firefighters and other public safety personnel in New London area quite concerned. Federal grant money allowed New London last month to add 7 new firefighters, bringing the staffing level up to 18 per shift for the first time in years. But a federal budget battle now being waged in Washington could put the program in jeopardy, and that has those in the front line in New London worried.
We operate more efficiently with the more staffing. It's safer not only for the community but also our firefighters.
2nd District Congressman Joe Courtney tells firefighters that the heat is on in Washington to make cuts. He hopes the Senate passes a bill next week, maintaining the funds before March 4th deadline.
This thing is definitely being sort of pushed very close to the brink.
Lawmakers are also looking at cutting out 20% of the AFG program, or Assistance to Firefighter Grants. It provides necessary modern equipment. 28-year veteran firefighter Michael Pissarro knows budgets. He's also on the city council.
Just the rolling stock alone to replace one fire engine, you're talking anywhere from $500,000 to $750,000. We just had to replace an aerial truck, which was in the $1 million range. These are heavy burdens on the city.
And burdens on the region because these firefighters also respond to mutual aid calls throughout southeast Connecticut.
It's important that these monies trickle down to the cities. I mean, obviously with equipment, and the other towns have other equipment, but it's only people who make the equipment work. You know, you give me all the tools you want, without the people, none of it works.
So for right now, as it stands, the 2 grant programs for firefighters is safe, but more budget battles lie ahead. Live the mobile newsroom in New London, Kevin Hogan, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, thanks, Kevin. In Norwich, a teenager is being called a hero for getting his aunt and a number of family pets out of their burning home. Happened around 5:30 this morning on McClellan Avenue in Yantic. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Matt McFarland spoke with the quick-thinking teen and has the story.
Picking up his father's charred fire helmet, 13-year-old Steven Siskowski probably never envisioned the same group of guys his dad volunteers with would be responding to his own home.
I was just home alone with me and my aunt, so next thing you know, I'm outside with the 3 dogs in the truck, and my aunt's out there watching the house burn with me.
The firefighters are crediting the 8th grader with some quick thinking for getting his aunt and the family pets out of the house.
I was in the basement of our house, and next thing I know, one of my dad's employees opens up the door and says that there's flames in the garage and to go get everyone out of the house.
Yantic's fire chief tells us the fast-moving fire started in the lower-level garage, where the family owns a landscaping and snow removal business. Stephen was on the other side of that very basement sleeping. That's when he ran upstairs, alerted his aunt, grabbed the family's 3 dogs, and got out of the house.
He's always been a real stand-up kid. He's always done the right thing and made good decisions, so I'm proud of him. He did well.
Stephen's parents were both working early this morning. They came home to see this. The back of their house blackened, the siding melting right off, along with fire trucks lining the streets and hoses stretched out across their front yard.
Nobody's hurt, and that's why we have insurance. Everything will work out. It'll all come together in the end. Everybody's safe and the pets are all accounted for.
As for Stephen, he says he just did what his firefighter dad always taught him.
It feels pretty good that my dad's proud of me, and it's pretty cool that I'm a hero for just getting my own family out of the house.
Forced out of their home from this fire, the family is now getting assistance from the Red Cross in temporary lodging along with money for food and clothing. With the mobile newsroom in Norwich, Matt McFarland, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
It hurts to see him in pain like that, and I can't do anything about it.
This after a pickup truck hits her teenage son and the driver takes off.
That 19-year-old was hit over the weekend and is now recovering in the hospital.
But his family says they want to know who did this to him, of course.